How's it going, cats and kittens? It's Andrew here from MAO Magic, and I've got the Ihere, the rechargeable Bluetooth tracker from Nanda. They have a lot of cool stuff coming out for different platforms, but this is their 3.0 Ihere, and it's pretty neat. There's a lot of unique features to it. If we go ahead and open it up, it's a very simple box. Inside you just have the little tracker itself. Underneath you have the charging cable, because this is not like the Tile, which just gets used for about a year and then gets thrown away or recycled through them. You do have a recharging cable, which allows it for quite a bit of time without having to recharge, which is very handy on one side because you don't have to buy a new one, but on the other side you do have to recharge it, and it uses that kind of proprietary cable to charge it. You don't just have one of those laying around your house. On the back, you can see that little dot, which is going to be our speaker grill. On the bottom, you can see where we go ahead and charge this at. And on the front, it's actually a little button, which is actually really cool. And then obviously at the top, we have the spot where you can go ahead and throw it on a keychain, even though it is a bit large and is kind of tough if that's what you're going for. Hardware-wise, this does feel a little bit cheap. I was kind of disappointed. It was a little bit thick and a little bit lighter weight than I would have hoped for. We can go ahead and download the Ihere app for Android or iOS in this case. You simply hit the plus button in the top right-hand corner and then place your Ihere on the screen. You may get a warning if you're not quick enough when it tries to scan. You do have to hit retry, press the button, and then hit scan, and it'll start looking for that, and basically just a way to pair it. Tile has a similar feature. Once paired, you're granted a few different options, such as choosing an avatar, choosing a name for the device if you have multiple of them, allow you to toggle on that separation alarm, which just lets you know if you've let something behind, whatever this is connected to, say your keys or your wallet. It lets you know the battery as well as what firmware version. Once you go ahead and save that, it's going to ask you to create an account, so simply enter in your email to register this to. Now, there are several different features of this, so aside from being able to find whatever this is connected to, such as a remote or your keys, which is going to be a most likely scenario, you do have all these different click options, which is really cool. So you can call your phone, you can hit the button on it, it'll make your phone ring. You can use the car finder and it'll tell you where you last parked your car. There is the camera shutter button. You just hit it and the camera opens up, and you go ahead and open up your camera and take a photo really quick and easy, as well as the voice recorder, which is a very unique one that I have not seen before. If we go ahead and try these out, simply we'll go home to maybe our lock screen or the home screen. We press that button and it accesses the microphone. Obviously, for the first time, it's going to ask us for that permission, but otherwise it'll just simply straight record. So you can have your phone somewhere, hit the button, and immediately start recording. For the car finder, all you have to do is press the button on the Ihere, and it'll lock in that location. It'll pop up, say, hey, your car location was saved. And then when you go need to find your car, you can just kind of track it back to that exact GPS coordinates of where your car was left. As far as calling your phone, this is similar to what the Apple Watch will do with your phone, but it'll make your phone make noise even if it's on silent, and your phone will ring, allowing you to find it if you ever lose your phone and you have your actual activity tracker. I'm sorry, not activity tracker, but Bluetooth tracker. And lastly, we have that camera one. Simply just hit the button, it'll open up the camera and allow you to take a photo. Simply pressing it again will actually click the shutter on it and start taking photos. So there are a lot of neat features here that many others don't offer. And there are a lot of pros and cons to these, which brings us to our annual pros and cons list. Pros, it is more than just a tracker. It has all those different clickable features. It is rechargeable, so you don't have to keep replacing this year after year for that $24.99. And it's fairly small. It's a tiny little guy, similar in size to the Tile or the Track R. If we look at the cons, however, the hardware feels a little bit cheap, but it is on the cheaper end of the market, so I don't really blame them. It has a proprietary charger, so you can't just go ahead and use a micro USB or something. You have to use their kind of tiny little one, which I guarantee you're going to lose, especially when you don't have to charge it that often. It's also fairly thick, so it's not like the Tile where you can maybe put it into a wallet. That's probably not going to work. It's most likely going to end up on your keys. And it only has one function at a time. I kind of would have liked if there would have been maybe multiple buttons, and I could have pressed them and, one opened the camera, one found my phone, one tracked the car. But alas, one option at a time. If you have any questions at all on the Ihere, go ahead and throw them up in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll keep these videos coming. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.